Hello everybody, this is Tytar Jr. again. It's been a little bit. Thank you for your patience. Uploaded a video back when Warcraft 3 Reforged was in its beta phase. It has since released. I'm going to release this video and one other one that I'm going to record. I don't know how these are going to fare after the whole Warcraft 3 Reforged fiasco. I wanted to keep posting these videos, then I saw what was going on with that, and I thought maybe not a lot of people are using Warcraft 3 Reforged editor. So I'm going to post these two, see how they do, and if you guys like it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, just leave a comment. But as I said in the first video, I like to explain things that make things a lot more simple. A lot of times these walkthroughs and guides, they'll assume that you know the fundamentals already. My goal always is to make sure that you guys actually understand why I'm doing things that I'm doing, so that way you actually can make maps of your own instead of just copying the exact steps that I do in these guides here. So today what we're going to be focusing on is a conditional gate open. So in simple layman's terms, what that essentially means is instead of just having the gate open upon entry of a region, we're going to make it so if we have an item, like a key for example, then the gate will open. And so to get started, I'm going to press D. This is for doodads, and that's where you're going to find your gates and things like that. And so this is really, really useful. I want you to think about this. You can use this for a quest campaign. You can use this for mini games. You can use this not just for gates. You can use this for other types of things. You can apply the same logic to other types of triggers, for example. In this instance, we're just making it open a gate, but for example, you can make it so when you enter a region, a quest message pops up as long as you have the specific item. There's a lot of things you can do with this logic here, so that's what I want to show you here. So first and foremost, we're just going to pick a gate. I'm just going to pick, for better viewing purposes, I'm going to pick horizontal. And I'm just going to place that gate there, right? Okay. Now I'm going to press U. This brings up units. And so I'm going to select one of these heroes here. Just pick this guy right here. Okay. And then we need a start location. That way the camera starts at this one spot, because if you have it over here or if you let it randomly choose, your camera will start wherever the player location is. And then we're going to press R, and that brings up regions. Now this region, as I've explained in my other video, this acts as the box, the invisible box that players can walk into for something to happen. So I'm going to go like this. And I know things are, I'm looking here. So under environment, I'm just going to do this. You don't have to do this part. But let's pretend that you actually can't get through this. I'm sure if we really wanted to, if we were playing, we could probably get through this wall. But the idea is we can't get through this without a specific item, okay? That's what we're doing here. So here's our setup. So we have these things, right? And then under U, we're going to go back to units. That's where you're going to find items, okay? So down here, under items, you have all of these items. Now, if you created a custom item, I'm going to do this just for example purposes. I'm going to go to units, which is that little helmet icon right there. You have units, items, destructibles, doodads, so on and so forth. Under items, you can click new custom item right here. And you can basically choose whatever default item you want, and then you can change it from there. So let's just pick a key one, and I'm just going to call it key. But you can use whatever item you want. I just leave the object ID as is. Okay, and then the model used. So we're going to get into this stuff in other videos, but model used, you can select the model. So when it's on the map, it'll have, you know, this one versus if I chose like that, it'll look like a barrel. But we're just going to leave it as is for now and make sure there's no abilities. There's none. So I'm going to go ahead, close out of this, and you should see under this U, under items, scroll to the very bottom, and you're going to have your custom item right here. Okay. So here's our key. See, we have that. Now we're going to go into our triggers. So up here, the trigger editor, this letter A, we're going to click that. And we're going to close out of melee initialization. We're going to delete that because that's for a standard issue custom Warcraft 3 game, so it's going to treat the game like it's regular. So I'm going to click New Trigger, which is this little paper icon here. And let's call this one Open Gate. Okay? And so I'm going to go through this again, in case you guys have forgot or if this is your first video. So events, condition, action. So events, what this means is something has to happen. What is it that's happening that causes an action, as you can see here? What causes that action to happen? So in this event, we have to think about this. We want this guy to enter this region, and then the gate opens. That's the only thing we need to focus on right now. So under new event, we're going to go through, and then unit enters region. This is a region, this is a unit, and that's why we're choosing it. So a unit enters a region. We're going to click that, select the region right there. It was also a default there, but if you have lots of regions, sometimes it's easier just to click. Press OK. Press OK again. And now we have open gate. The event is a unit enters region 000. So what happens when this unit enters the region? Well, first and foremost, we're going to do an action, okay? And then we're going to go and search. I think search might be easier for this one. Gate. First one that comes up, destructible. Open, close, destroy, gate, okay? So we're going to open, it's already the default, gate, and then select a tree / destructible, and this is our only gate, and press OK. But that's not all. So here's the one issue with this. We want it to be, it only opens if we have the key. Because right now, if we walk into this region, the gate's just going to open up. That's how this trigger is laid out right now. So that's what a condition is for. A condition basically means in order for this action to take place, there's an event, and then what needs to be satisfied in order for this gate to open. So in this case, we need to make sure that this guy right here is holding this. So new condition, here's all these options, okay? So I believe it'll be Boolean. Let me check real quick. So item class, or item comparison, so it's not that. So let's do Boolean. I believe Boolean would be our choice here. So we have triggering unit is a structure. Just ignore that. That's just the default option. So we click on that. I'll do it one more time. So we just click on this. And then there's all of these options. And this can look really intimidating if you don't know what you're looking for. It's actually really simple. So if your hero or unit that's on the map can hold items, it's considered hero has item or hero has item of type, right? So regardless if it's a unit or a hero, if it has inventory, this is what you're going to pick. Okay, there's no unit has item. So hero has item is what we're going to choose. Triggering unit, we're not going to talk about that yet, but basically we click this to select our unit. So select a unit. There we go. Has last created item. You would only use this if you made a trigger that specifically says there's an item that was created and it references that last created item. That's not what we're doing here. So we're going to click this and then select an item. Key 002 is what pops up. And yours might say something different, but that's what I've labeled mine as. So Paladin has key equal true, meaning if he has the key, if that's true, what do? We open the gate. Okay? We're going to go ahead and hit test map here. And then just ignore this prompt. This is what you'll need to work on when you're making an actual map. But we're just doing a test. Press OK. Okay. So here we have our unit, right? And we're going to right click, obviously, if you know how to play Warcraft 3, the key. And he now has the key. And I'm going to type in a cheat, I see dead people, if you guys know what that one is. So the whole map gets revealed so we can see what's going on. And watch what happens when I don't have the key. So I'm going to drop that key. I'm going to run up to the gate, and it doesn't open, right? So now I'm going to select the key, and then I'm going to run up, and the gate opens right away. Now, we didn't get rid of the key or anything like that. If you wanted the key to expire, you would delete it from the hero's inventory. But that concludes this tutorial. In other videos, I'm going to show you how to do, basically, hero has item of type. And what that essentially means is it can reference any of the same type of item rather than one specifically like we've done here. So if there's 50 different keys and you don't care if it's any one of those keys, you can reference it that way too. But for now, that covers up this video. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section. I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you so much.